go. Bitcoin is doing numbers right now. We're going to be going over Bitcoin because, as everybody knows, it's been pumping. Everything in the crypto market's been pumping lately. So, we're going to talk about this. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Let's go straight over it. So, first things first, looking at this, we're at 67.8K Bitcoin. That's fairly decent right here. You can see coming out of this triangle pattern here, we actually started to pump again. So now we are making our way right back up here to the premium level of 74K Bitcoin. And let's just say 75K really, but that is where our resistance is. And it's also where our premium price point is for our automated trading indicators with Chart Prime. These are the Market Oracle Pro and the Market Dynamics Pro Chart Prime automated trading indicators. Link in the description if you want to sign up for that. But anyways, what you can see here is that we're coming from that equilibrium price. We were at a discount price, which explains why we pumped so hard going from 53K all the way up to where we are now at 67K, because we were at a discounted price. So everybody was buying in. But now we're getting to that premium price, which is pretty much where people start to sell at. So it's going to start getting a little bit slower once we get back to 70K. You're going to see that we're going to be moving at a slower pace with Bitcoin once we get back to that level. And the most important thing for the 70K Bitcoin, like if you take a look at it, after that, our momentum wave band is where we're looking at next. So the momentum wave band here for the chart prime indicators, this is obviously going to be the bearish one because it's the red one, and then the green one on the bottom is obviously the bullish one. But typically, when we get inside of that red momentum wave band, it should start turning a little bit of a pinkish purple color like over here. If you watched any of my videos before, you already know when it does that, it pretty much means we're having a huge pump. And it typically happens all the time. So what we're seeing now is the second we get up there, that's when we're going to start seeing the pumps. So when we get around 75K Bitcoin is when we should start seeing the pumps for Bitcoin. We got to 73.7K at our peak, but I think we're going to be creating new highs for Bitcoin coming very soon. So I would definitely prepare for that. It's going to be looking nice, so you want to be prepared for it. But yeah, like I'm saying, everything in the market's going crazy right now. Bitcoin dominance is still at a high right now, which pretty much means that Bitcoin is still the main leading factor of the market. Like, it's not altcoin season, it's not meme coin season. You might see altcoins up, you might see Bitcoin up, but it's not altcoin season. It's still Bitcoin season. Bitcoin is still in style. As you can see, the Bitcoin dominance is pretty much very, very high right now. And the last time we had low Bitcoin dominance is been a really long time, but Bitcoin dominance doesn't typically fall too low. Like it kind of stays at a high point for a long time. Like it was way more dominant back in 2020, and obviously now like it's not as dominant. Like it's at 51%. Like just think about it. Back in 2020, Bitcoin was very dominant at like 67%. And the time when it was least dominant was back in 2018. That's when like Ethereum was kicking off, like everything was going crazy. But Bitcoin is probably going to lose some dominance coming very soon. And that will lead to the other cryptos. That's why I like talking about Bitcoin, because when Bitcoin pumps, everything else pumps too. But then when Bitcoin starts to pull back, everything else continues to pump because the money from Bitcoin starts to flow into the other cryptos. So that's why it's really good to watch and follow Bitcoin, because as we get up to the 75K level, we're going to then be at a premium price point. And then from there, we'll decide whether or not we're going to go up to our next resistance at 80K, or then our next resistance all the way at about 90K. And then from there, 100K. So that's really what we're looking at. So that's what we got to wait for here when it comes to Bitcoin. But yeah, I think that we're gonna reach 70K very soon, and then 75K, eventually getting up to 80K, because the real resistance is like 75K. So that's really what we gotta look for and pay attention to here with Bitcoin. But soon we will be at 75K and probably 90K and eventually 100K. So I think that's gonna happen before the end of the year. Personally, I think that Bitcoin could reach around 80 to 90K before the end of the year, and possibly 100K before the end of the year. We're going to have to see. But yeah, anyways, if you want these automated trading indicators, it's very, very easy to see your supports and your resistance levels Very easy to see where your momentum is building up at. Very easy to see where you have discounted prices at and where you have premium prices as well as equilibrium prices. Very easy to see your momentum wave band so you know where the momentum's coming from. Very easy to even make these wedge patterns because it does it all automatically. Literally, you click a button and then it goes away. Click another button, other one goes away. You want it to come back, boom. It's very easy to use these automated trading indicators. So definitely check out that link in the description for Chart Prime, and you can get it for 30% off if you use the discount code CP30. And also, you can try it risk-free for 7 days. So it's really not that much of a risk. So definitely try it out. 7-day money back guaranteed. But anyways, go ahead and check that out. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Hit the like button and subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, I'll be back with another video.